And your partner. So who gave you the best work today, in your opinion?
In my opinion, probably the new guy.
The Cuban? Oh,
Big shot.
Big shot.
All these other guys, man, this ain't fourth, fifth tour in the camp. You know what I'm saying? So we know each other's style. You know what I'm saying? So they automatically know what's going on. So, but all of them, that's why we keep bringing them back. Everybody brings something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gives something out. Even though I know the other guys.
This is your first day back sparring?
Yeah.
I was asking Jay about the difficulties of opponent changing so late in the game. For you, how do you take that?
I mean, the strategy changes up. Of course, the opponents that we have come in, the sparring changes up as well. But in this case, it changed up just a little bit because our guy was already 6'5".
Yep.
Or something like that, so it's just an inch.
It's more a style change than a physicality change.
Correct.
In fact, these guys are more
athletic.
These guys are more like Gerald than they are.
Elusive too.
These guys are more like Gerald than they are like Warwick.
Yeah.
In terms of these are bigger guys, stronger guys. Warwick's more like Philippe, more of a mover.
Yeah.
These guys are more.
That's correct.
Yeah, a little thicker.
That is correct. They're more elusive than the Warwick sparring partners and stuff like that, which is good, you know. The first day coming back, changing up opponents, changing up styles and stuff. You know, I felt a little bit of sluggish or whatever, but you know, at the same time, working on a lot of new stuff. You know, for this new opponent as well too. So as time goes and progresses, and rounds get higher, the intensity in the ring get a little bit more stiffer, and it's all about having fun. I love to have fun. You know what I mean?
Obviously, this is a business, but do you feel that, Gerald is ready for this opportunity that you're giving him?
You know what? I really, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I really don't know, you know? I mean, I haven't really kept up with Gerald, you know what I mean? I've seen a couple of fights and stuff like that. I've seen the guys that he done faced. You know, and but February 25th, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if he's ready or not. He say he's ready. I remember when I was a young prospect coming up, very hungry. I was ready for whoever. You know, at that time, Klitschko's deal was still in the ring. I was ready, you know what I mean? And but I thank God that my journey, my path has went like it went, you know what I mean? Because I've learned a lot going up. When I said I was ready, I probably wasn't really ready. You know what I mean? Because after all that said I'm ready and still had to be on hold, I learned a lot, still climbing. I learned so much that during the time that if I would have got that shot, when I said I was ready, I probably would have failed. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't have did as good as if I would have held back. You know what I'm saying? Being hungry. All young lions are hungry to be the king. All of them want that crown. All of them want that jewel. I mean, if you're in boxing and don't want to be a champion, what you here for? You know what I mean? The money can't be that good to just be a puncher bag and get hit. You know what I mean? Because each and every time you getting hit in the head like that, you taking off years of your life. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to see fighters that being there so long and then after a while, over years, they started to deform some kind of speech impairment or moving funny or can't remember the last thing they said or, you know what I mean? And it's sad. I've seen this in person and it's developing and it's sad to see. It's like, especially when you're close to that person, you know, so I just advise any of the young lions, man, just to hold, you know, even when you feel that feeling, that urge of being ready, sometimes you just have to sit back and evaluate yourself and like, am I really ready? Have I learned everything I need to learn? Have I seen every style there is to see in front of me? Because if you think you're ready and you slip up and somehow become maybe a Charles Martin and get an opportunity to have the title, now you stuck. Now the world looking at you. Now the whole world wants you. Now you got different styles from different countries, and stuff. See, that's another thing. Different countries bring different styles, so you've got to know that particular style. Cubans bring different styles. They bring their own style. Russians bring their own style. Mexicans bring their own style. You know, everybody, Americans, we have our own style, so you gotta understand the style and know how to fight against your style. The Olympics helped me out so much with different styles because I was going to different countries. I was competing with different countries. We had duel against different countries and stuff, so that look helped me. So when I fight a Mexican, I already know what the business is. I already know what they like to do and what they want to do. So when I fight a Cuban fighter, I already know what they like to do. When I fight a Russian, I know what they want. I know what they like to do. When I fight American, I know what we like. I know what we want to do. So, you know, it's a lot, man. It's a lot, and that's just my advice to the up and coming guys that's on the verge of wanting to fight for a world title and just hungry. You gotta stay hungry, but you gotta stay ready as well too.
What do you say differentiates you from Gerald Washington? I mean, off naked eye, you both started boxing late. He's coming from another sport. He wasn't naturally a boxer. He played football for the Seahawks and another football team. You were not. This was not your, first given profession.
Right.
So what are the differences? Since we know what you have in common.
What are the differences between
you and Gerald?
Oh, me and Gerald. I mean,
outside of the obvious, physical attributes, your power, your height, your reach.
Yeah. It just, of course, it's hands down. I got more experience in this game than him. I done seen a lot of different looks than he have. You know what I mean? I'd have been overseas, fought in different crowds and different environments and stuff like that, where he lacked experience of. You know what I mean? So my experience, most of all, is gonna play a big factor in this bout. It really is. My speed different, my power is different. I mean, I'm not 37 with 36 knockouts for nothing. And anybody believe that ain't real, then they soon should get their day as well too. And all of them that calling me out, the reason why we got Gerald in the first place is that not because I felt like I can beat him or I felt like he wasn't ready and this was a great opportunity. I chose him for the simple fact that he did something that you don't really see in boxing. You know what I mean? He came respectfully every time he see me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I knew he was ready, I heard different things. He wasn't saying stuff in the media away that he wasn't saying right when he right in front of me. The same stuff he was saying outside of media stuff, he was saying the same thing when in the presence. So, I respect that because you get a lot of these fighters, when they're in the presence of you, their whole language is different than when they're away on this camera and stuff like that. I know a couple of them. But every time he saw me, it was a shake hand. Champ, I'm ready, I'm ready for the opportunity. Even when I had my fight with Areola, he was there. Champ, I'm ready, I'm just letting you know I'm ready whenever you is and this and that. And that's, this is a gentleman sport, man, and that stuck out to me most of all. So when my opponent got called for steroids or whatever the case was, I called my people personally, Al Hammond, Sam, I called them up personally, and I said I want Gerald Washington. That's who I want next, right there. Because I'm believing in blessing people with opportunity if they say they're ready, and I did that for him. He was respectful, and that's the only name that popped out of my head. Let me get him. A lot of these other guys that calling my name out, the Luis Ortiz and the Gerald Millers, all that, they ain't even signed up for the WBC clean boxing doping program yet. And we already know one of them on the list. I already been dope. Luis Ortiz, he already got caught years ago. Your past is your past. That's the only reason he mad now. Your past is your past. That'll always be with you. So face it, accept it. That'll always be with you. Why these guys calling me out and they ain't even signed up for the clean doping program? You can't even fight me if you wanted to because you ain't even signed up yet. We want to see what these guys on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to pick another guy that already got caught. For what? I already had two of these things happen to me, and anybody knows this situation knows that it's not a good feeling when you come in this camp and you give it your all, your sweat, blood, and tears. You know what I mean? You sacrifice your body. Your body is not 100% every time you come in the gym. My body right now, maybe I put in maybe 75%. You know what I'm saying? My body said, but I still, it ain't no choice. This ain't no choice for me. I must do this. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feed my family. But my stomach was hurting like shit. I've been shitting all day today. You know what I'm saying? No. I've been shitting all day today because I ate something. But that didn't stop me from getting in there. That didn't stop me from doing what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I can only hope for the best tomorrow and bring it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these other guys, man, they want it, but they don't want to earn it. They want to cheat their way in here. And I don't respect a cheater, whoever it is.
Now, I was speaking to Jay, and he said that a lot of these guys want the opportunity and the payday,
yes.
and they can't have both.
Exactly.
Can you just elaborate on that?
Exactly. You know, it's always a saying that either you want the opportunity or you want the money. You can't have both. Meaning that if you get the opportunity, you get whatever money that comes with you. You getting the biggest payday of your not only the biggest payday, you know what I'm saying, but you getting the opportunity already. The opportunity is the money, is the payday. Because if anybody knows that, anybody knows that when you fight for a title, that's not the money. It's when you defend that mug. That's when the money comes, when you defend it. So, you know, a lot of guys think, oh, I'm finna fight for a title. I'm finna make this big purse. You know what I'm saying? The biggest purse of my life, which is gonna be true. You're gonna make the biggest purse for your career, but it may not be as much as you want it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody expect this big multi-million-dollar contract, whatever, because of their assuming and they see other fighters. When they win titles, they go on. And prime example, Charles Martin make it worse for all of them because when he won his money, we started seeing him spurs and he started doing a lot of other things that he wasn't able to do. And I salute to that because he got himself out of the struggle. He got himself out of poverty. So if another man want to spend his money creatively as he pleased, then he earned that. That's what, you know what I mean? Even though, you know, he earned to the point where he got to that point. Even though he didn't have a fight, he didn't really earn the belt, but he earned himself in that position, and you can't fault that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I have my differences about the fight that he defended his belt, but that was him. That's his own choice, and a lot of fighters think that that's how it's supposed to go. Really, once you get that, your hunger should be focused. Your hunger and your main focus should be on getting the title first. Once you get the title, you have more demands. You have more things that you're able to have your input in and say so. Even with the money part as well too. So that advice to all of them, man, get the belt first before you talking about the purse. Because if a fighter coming in already talking about he want this big payday, guess what? Your opportunity out the window. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between if you want the opportunity or you want the payday. If you want the payday, you're not gonna get the opportunity. And if you don't get the opportunity, the money can't come, so you out of there. Now it's on to the next one. So I don't want you to hear about, man, he was scared to fight me and this and that. Nah, you blew it. I didn't, you know, so that's what we mean by if you want the opportunity or the money.
I'm the sight in the game, 'cause see the boxing voice.